I would like now to call you guys for a moment of appreciation. We are going to give way to the 5th edition of the Patient Innovation Awards, which is an award that aims to honor patient, caregivers, and employees who have developed solutions to deal with the challenges imposed by their health conditions. Many of them have had to help their family members, or in some cases, people they didn't even know. And to honor these inventions and their inventors, I would like to call on stage Pedro Oliveira, the Dean of the Nova School of Business and Economics, and Helena Canhão, the Dean of the Medical School. Oh, one after the other. Here I am, once again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Annelise. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. It's very nice to see so many of you still at this time. Let me briefly tell you about what this award is all about. Let me give you a bit of context. Let me tell you that a few years ago, myself, Helena, Leidzin Olivich, Salomé Azevedo, that you met already, realized that sometimes patients are actually able to develop innovative solutions all by themselves, for themselves. In our research, we found, in fact, that there are many patients out there that are actually able to do this. And we created this project that we call Patient Innovation. Later on, with the help of some of the people that you already met during these 2 days, Sir Richard Roberts that is sitting over there, Professor Aaron Chicanova that talked this morning, Bob Langer that you saw earlier today. In fact, what we did was to create an award, because we start getting a lot of awards ourselves for this project, and we thought that it would be a good idea to create an award to the ones that deserve it, to patients, to the caregivers, to the informal collaborators that help them. So, briefly speaking, what we created was this idea that because there are many people out there, like Tal Goldsworthy, the first person to get it, that actually do amazing things that actually have a huge impact, others should also be recognized for this. Let me briefly just tell you one example. So this is Tal Goldsworthy. Tal is a Marfan syndrome patient. He's a very big man. One of the problems of this condition is that his aorta is not strong enough for the flow of blood that goes through it. When he went to his doctor told him, look, I have bad news. What's going to happen at some point soon is that your aorta will have a rupture. Sorry to tell you, but this will kill you. These are not good news. I expect this to happen within 24 months. You can expect that Tal Goldsworthy walked home in not very good mood, thinking, how come I'm going to die because medicine has not invented a solution? Long story short, he went home, started working on the device that you see over there. And a couple of months later, he walked back into the doctor's office and asked the doctor, look, you told me that I'm going to die. That is not very cool. I have been thinking about it. I have this device now. If you help me putting this thing around my aorta, maybe I will survive. And if I don't, by the way, you told me already that I'm going to die. Long story short, not just he did it for himself, but actually Tal developed the device and commercializes the device that you see over there that has been implemented in almost 900 people. We were really intrigued, and that's when we realized that it would be a good idea to have a platform where patients actually share solutions that they develop for themselves. This is what we call Patient Innovation. It's a platform that has collected over 3,000 medical devices developed by patients from literally everywhere. Of those, around 1,800 have been medically validated by our medical team. Helena Canhão is the leader of the medical team. And not just we have the solutions, but what we do now is to actually help these patients to further develop what they have and bring those solutions to market. For instance, we did this bootcamp that we just had here at Nova this week. Then they go to Barcelona, to IESE, and finally to Copenhagen, at Copenhagen Business School. So the idea here is that, in fact, we help these patients to further develop what they have and bring these solutions to market. Well, as I mentioned, we start getting all sorts of awards, most notably the award from the Secretary General of the United Nations, when he left, the former Secretary General, Ban Ki-moon, when he left office, he decided to give us an award for contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals. We thought that this was cool and created our own award to give back to the patients. We have done this award 4 times. This is the 5th edition. Previously, you have done this at the Web Summit. We have done this at the Gulbenkian Foundation here in Lisbon. We have done this in Paris. For the first time, we are doing it here at Nova. And we do this, and the idea is that we have asked the people in our advisory board to have a look at the solutions and to tell us what the most impressive and most promising, the ones that will have higher impact, are. Without further ado, I think you should probably get to know them, and we should go to the winners. So I will stop here. I have the stage, but you have information that we may have to need to call them.
Sure, sure. Do you want to do this with me?
No, go ahead, because I don't have my glasses.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. We have a small limitation then. Well, we would like to, would Elena Canhão like to share a few words?
No.
No. She does not, absolutely does not want to share a few words with us. Right, well, I would like to then call onto the stage in this first Patient Innovator category, Adriana Malozzi.
I like to scare people.
That's what you're doing now?
Yeah.
Coming towards me?
Sorry. All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Adriana Malozzi, founder and CEO of Puffin Innovations. I'd like to give a quick audio description for those who are visually impaired. I am a white woman with ear-length salt and pepper hair. I'm wearing a blue blouse, black slacks, and I'm in a power wheelchair. Is the screen on? As someone who is born with a disability, I learned early on that tech would be the key to my independence. So it's audience participation time. So I would like everyone to place their hands on their laps. Go ahead. Give you a second. And now I want you to try to make a phone call without using your voice or your hands. And you can't. And that is why I developed the Puffin. People with significant physical disabilities have limited access to computers and mobile devices, leading to greater inequities in education and employment. Our primary focus are those living with a form of paralysis, more specifically, those with spinal cord injuries. According to the WHO, between 250,000 to 500,000 new spinal cord injury cases occur each year worldwide, predominantly affecting males with a 5-to-1 male to female ratio. This leads to lower rates of school enrollment and economic participation, resulting in greater personal and societal costs. With our patented technology, paired with our unique platform, it combines IoT connectivity, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. With these tools, people with significant physical disabilities can participate and thrive in their communities with greater independence, from conquering the classroom to dominating the workforce. As for me, I use the Puffin to control all of the smart devices in my home, as you can see from the screenshot of many apps on my phone. But I also open my apartment door, I book an Uber, and I'm on my way. Now here is a testimonial from one of our users.
Of everything I knew prior, in terms of being able to do things. I was in a car accident in 2002. That was the end of everything I knew prior, in terms of being able to do things on my own, in being able to be independent. I honestly, at that time, thought that I wouldn't be able to come back to a sense of normalcy, a sense of doing things like I used to do it. So the Puffin allows me to open the garage door so I can get into my house. It allows me to turn on the computer once I'm in my house. It allows me to then turn on the phone and make a phone call. It basically allows me to have a normal day and forget about my disability for a little while.
Puffin has Puffin has making waves with our patented technology and nearly $500,000 non-dilutive funding, more notably with the support of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs and Massachusetts Life Sciences, who have funded our interns for 3 consecutive years. We were named 2017 Mass Challenge Silver winner, and most recently joined the esteemed MIT Solve community, as well as completing the Verizon Forward for Good Disability Innovation cohort. By simply changing the form factor of our patented technology, it can be used in more mainstream situations, such as public safety, enterprise with the example of smart manufacturing, and medical, such as using it for robotic surgeries. Our close-knit team combines business strategy with engineering expertise, as well as both lived and professional experience in the disability space. These are the 7 members of our advisory board, which include a leader in AI and machine learning, a data privacy attorney, assistive tech professionals, marketing expert, a prominent disability rights activist in the US, and one of our users. Please follow us on social platforms at Puffin Inno to join us in changing the world. Thank you, obrigada.
And to honor the extraordinary work developed by Adriana, I would like to call on the stage Sir Richard Roberts.
Thank you. Thank you.
And for another also very moving pitch, I would like to invite onto the stage Konrad Zielinski.
One, two, three. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? That's good. It will be super difficult to make a better pitch, but I will try because Adriana is a mentor of mine whom I met in 2019 at MIT. At first, I have a question for you. How many of you used your voice today? You may raise your hands. Yes, thank you very much for this short survey. And now, let's imagine that you don't have a voice. In all of those situations, whether it's speaking to your wife, speaking to your dog, or giving a public speech, I don't have to imagine. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with laryngeal cancer, and the doctors had to remove my entire larynx. And there are 500,000 people all over the world living without the larynx. And I want you to meet two of them. Cora is a director of a journal in Los Angeles, and she's fighting for the black community rights. Now, she is avoiding social activities because she doesn't have the larynx. Vanessa is a CEO of a startup in Africa. She's rejected by the community by the way she speaks. And that is why we designed a solution for them, a solution that will give them ability to speak with their own voice, with the power of artificial intelligence. Give me a second to show you a short demonstration. This is how this device will look like in the future. We are experimenting with different waveforms, and you could add different voices to the devices. Now, at this stage of the technology, everybody sounds the same. Everybody sounds with the robotic voice. In the future, Cora, me, Vanessa, and everybody will have the unique voice. But that is not the only problem. That is not the only problem because many people cannot afford. Next slide, please. Cannot afford speaking. Some people cannot afford $1,000 device I'm handing right now in my hand. It's a few months of work for them. That is why we are also working on the smallest and the cheapest electrolarynx in the world, which is in production, costs a few dollars to make. And we are aiming at the developing countries to distribute a simple voice to the people. But the voice quality is not the only factor that is important. The voice loudness, the ability to express yourself, shout at somebody, that was what is important. And I think that these people would agree that to really express yourself, you need a super high voice, high, loud voice. That's why we are developing our own voice conversion speaker. And I think that not only people without larynx, but also, next slide please, people with other voice disabilities could benefit. Think about ALS, Parkinson's disease. That is how the future will look like. Let me play you a preview of our most fascinating technology. Like normally with the electronic larynx.
And how it could sound with the raspberry software or other voice conversion technology of the future. So, right now, my voice sounded like that. But
It could sound like that.
Or like that. I can play with it and choose from the variety of voices.
And it will be embedded in our this technology will be in our futuristic speaker that you could wear on your neck. I am not doing this alone. I am doing it with my team, most especially Marek, who designed these beautiful slides, who is responsible for making these things work. And with partners all around the world, from business to medical, from Australia to United States. Now, we are finalizing our prototypes, and next year, we wanna patent this solution, make certification, and first sales. And you can be a part of this, because we are raising money in our first round next year to make the first sales, and then move to the artificial intelligence solutions. Thank you very much. You can be a part of this. Talk to me after the presentation.
Well done. And to honor the work developed by Conrad and Uhura Bionics, I would like to call on stage now the mayor of Cascais, Carlos Carreiros.
Thank you very much.
And now on the category Caregiver Innovator, I would like to call on stage Jaume Puig from BL Glasses. I know that he's also representing Constanza Lucero here today. Please come forward. Thank you. I don't have any. Hold on, I'll find one for you. We need a beaker. Thank you. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Patient Innovation Organization, and also for the Estoril Conference for this award and for allowing me to explain my project, our project here today. So our project started with our son Biel, from me and Constanza. When he was 2 years old, we realized that something was wrong with him, because it took too long for him to learn to walk, and even when he started walking, he was suffering falls and injuries continuously, and he had many problems for descending stairs, and he easily got lost. And after visiting many doctors, we knew that the problem was in his eyes, because he has low vision. Low vision is when you are not completely blind, but you have a visual impairment that cannot be fixed with surgery or with glasses, and it does not you do the daily tasks. It's 7 times more common than blindness, and its worst consequences are the mobility issues, which cause falls, injuries, dependency, and isolation. And these problems get worse when there is a peripheral vision loss, like in glaucoma and retinitis. This affects more than 70 million people in the world, 7 million only in Europe, and it has an impact of more than 15,000 euros per year, which amounts more than 100 billion in Europe. But people with low vision still see. They still keep some visual capacity. This is why our solution consists in smart glasses that adapt the reality to the remaining vision of the patients, solving the mobility issues and improving autonomy. We use AI and robotics to understand reality, and then mixed reality to adapt this information to the remaining vision of the patients. We also use the Galileo European positioning system and also 5G in our technology. This is the way that somebody with low vision sees. You can see that they need to be scanning the ground all the time in order to avoid fixed or mobile obstacles that may cause an accident. Now this is the same situation using our device. First we have an eye for crossing the street, and now you can see that there is no need to be scanning the ground because if there is any danger, the system will warn of it using graphical signs adapted to the remaining vision of the patient. Moreover, we can provide another useful functions, like in this case, a zoom window to facilitate reading. We tested our device in every mobility situation, and 80% of the patients improved their mobility using it. So far, the only available solutions for mobility has been guide dogs and white canes. White canes offer very limited help, and guide dogs cost more than 30,000 euros, and takes years to get one. And this situation is something that new technologies are changing. So smart glasses will become the new preferred solution, because they are much easier to wear, they are cheaper, they will be easily available, and they will allow many more accessible applications, and they will also allow to improve the vision, not just guide. But we are not alone in this the process of digital transformation of low vision. In this graph, you can see how other devices compare with our device, and you can see that we are the only which cover the need of mobility, which is the one that creates more dependency. But we also include other useful functions to provide a complete solution. We are selling our device in optical stores which is specialized in low vision, and the opticians configure the device to fit with the specific needs of the patient. The retail price is 4,900 euros, which is much lower than the price or the cost of a guide dog, and also of the impact of having low vision, especially you keep in mind that our device will last a minimum of 3 years. Moreover, in the most European countries, this price will be reimbursed by social services, health systems, or insurance companies. So far, we already have pre-agreements for distribution in Spain, Denmark, Netherlands, and in North America. And we have been running several pilots in Spain. We have made a presentation, global presentation of a joint product with Panasonic, combining their mixed reality technology with our technology, and we collaborate with the main scientific institutions and associations related with low vision. So now we're planning to start sales of our first version by the end of this year, and afterwards we will grow across Europe. And in 2025, we plan to launch our next version, including 5G and navigation, and scale to the rest of the world. Our team is composed by seasoned professionals from the medical, the technology, and the optics sector, and we also have advisory board with renowned experts in ophthalmology, electronics, and patients, and mobility. We have received actually quite a number of awards, and we will be very proud to add to this slate this new award from Patient Innovator. And thanks to this, we have been able to raise recently more than 3 million euros of research and development funds, and we are looking for investors, if there are any in this meeting, that want to co-invest to bring this innovation to the market. So if you want to make a good business while helping people like Biel to move around safely, contact us. Thank you very much.
Well done. Congratulations. Take that. And to honor the work done by Jaume, Constanza, and all the teams at Biel Glasses, I would like to invite onto the stage Miguel Pinteluz, President of the Alfredo Souza Foundation. And to continue on this category, I would like to invite now onto the stage Francisco Nogueira and Frederico Stock from Gluma to come to the stage and pitch their innovations. So we're missing one. All right, okay, well, no problem.
It's just me. So, hello everyone. It's a pleasure for us to be here today. So, my name is Francisco. I'm sorry. My name is Francisco. I'm a Gluma's co-founder, and we want to detect breast cancer at an early stage. I just did a spoiler. So, this is Filipa. She's my cousin, and she had breast cancer. She used to do the breast self-exam. However, she didn't have confidence in herself doing this. So, when she felt something in her breast, she thought it was nothing. 3 months later, the lump didn't disappear, so she went to the doctor. And the result, a malignant cancer and mandatory breast removal. But as Filipa, there are thousands of women who don't have confidence doing the breast self-exam, who don't know how to do it, or just simply forget to do it. And that's why 35% of breast cancers are not detected at an early stage. So I'm a biomedical engineer, and inspired by my cousin's story, I tried to figure out a solution that could help more women like Filipa, and that could give more confidence to women while doing the breast self-exam. So in March 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, I started to do some tests with the technology. And then Frederico and I, we are best friends for over 12 years, and since he was doing a master's in management, he offered me his help, and together we start to develop Gluma. In that year, we did a lot of research about the technology, and we start to learn more about the problem together with medical doctors and together with women. And we reached out this solution, the Sense Glove, a home and portable medical screening device that detects and monitors abnormalities in size and texture by combining pressure sensors and artificial intelligence. This is also connected to a mobile app, so we can remind women to perform the breast self-exam every month through push notifications. By having a tutorial in our mobile app, we replicate the exam step by step, and by combining it with sensors and AI, we create this unique system with an already submitted patent that allows us not only to detect the abnormalities, but also to keep track of changes over time, providing actionable results. So, if the glove detects something, the app will send an alert to patients and connect them to their doctors. We strive to improve the standard of care. So it's important to note that this is an enhancement of the breast self-exam, helping underserved populations to get faster access to diagnostic exams. What we want with our solution is to put the experience of thousands of doctors into women's hands, encouraging them to act at the right time, and reducing the uncertainty and risk of late detected breast cancer, improving the prognosis of the disease. So in 2021, we reached to this prototype, so we were not happy with it, but we started our clinical trials with this one. Also in 2021, we started to learn more about business. We have participated in the Patient Innovation Bootcamp, and we won some prizes and some competitions that helped us to develop our company. And in 2022, we started our clinical trials, first in CUF Descobertas Hospital, where we did our proof of concept, later in Barreiro Montijo. Right now, we are also in Amadora Sintra and Santarém Hospital, and we are looking for more to test our device. And our proof of concept proved that our technology works. So we did this proof of concept where we tested our device in 40 patients, and our sensors got the diagnosis right 88% of the time, with only 12% rate of false positives, achieving a perfect record with no false negatives. In 2022, we also reached to this third version that works for both hands, and we managed to solve some problems regarding the production and manufacturing. And in 2023, we closed our first investment round, and we started our path and our journey in the United States with the participation in 2 acceleration programs. We also have a third version of the glove, but unfortunately, I can't show you today because we are still working on the patent. But all of this, of course, it's possible because we have an amazing team with knowledge in business, in engineering, artificial intelligence, data science, and of course, we are supported by amazing partners where are included hospitals, accelerators, universities. So if you want to help us somehow, join us, because at Gluma, we cannot stop breast cancer, but we can help women stop dying from it. Thank you very much.
Well done. I think you have time. I've got a few things to say. We'll wait for you. It's quite extraordinary. We often say that if certain diseases would affect men, we would have more research about it. For example, endometriosis. So it's quite refreshing to see men looking for solutions for diseases that affect women. Thank you so much. And I'd like to invite now to honor the work you guys have done, Antonio José Teixeira, Director of Information at RTP and President of the Nova Medical School Council. Thank you. Congratulations. Obrigada. And finally, in the category Collaborator Innovator, I'd like to invite onto the stage, and I need to focus for this name, is beautiful and it's very challenging, Akshita Sakdeva, I hope I didn't butcher it, and Bonnie Day from Kibo Trestle Labs. Thank you very much for coming.
Hi everyone, I'm Akshita.
Hello everyone, my name is Bonnie, and we are the co-founders of Trestle Labs, where we make education and employment inclusive for the blind and the visually impaired community. I am a mechanical engineer, always wanted to do mechanical engineering, masters in aerospace, get a job at a big aircraft manufacturing company. Life changed when I started volunteering at a blind school and ended up building a small, refreshable braille display for the students there. And took it back to the NGO, and seeing the smiles on those kids' faces gave me a sense of fulfillment for the work that I'd done. That was not rocket science, but it was meaningful enough for that kid at that point of time.
And for me, I studied computer science, and during the third year of my engineering, I worked on a college project. It was actually a college project, reading and mobility hand glove for the blind that had obstacle detection sensors to help them navigate around, and a camera to just point anywhere and read what's written over there or describe what's in the scene. Life changed for me when I took it to an NGO nearby, showed it to the kids there, and there was this little kid who called his dad in a different city and said, "Dad, some scientists have built gloves for me, and today I can read, I can travel on my own." And before we begin, we would like to introduce you to our friend Dipali, who was doing extremely well till the first semester of her college when she lost her eyesight. That too within a span of 1 week. She had to spend 2 years trying to learn Braille to get back to education, but was denied admission almost everywhere because no college could address her needs. Finally, she got admission through a distance learning program, got printed books from her college, and had to wait for 4 to 6 weeks just to get one 300-page book audio recorded. How will the scenario change when she starts working, when she can no longer expect documents or official documents to come to her in Braille or audio format? And it's a growing problem. Someone goes blind every 5 seconds, and a child goes blind every 2 minutes. 98 million blind and visually impaired individuals worldwide aged less than 50 years of age struggle just like Dipali. And that's why we developed Kibo, which means knowledge in a box. It's an end-to-end solution to listen, translate, digitize, and audiotize any kind of printed, handwritten, or digital content across 60 global languages. Our patented technology stack comprises of 4 products, bringing individuals and institutions together in this inclusion moment, wherein Kibo mobile application provides on-the-go audio-based access to anything that's on the phone or around them. Kibo Desk web software to make anything which is image or scanned PDF accessible to them for their employment purposes. Talking about institutions, we have our Kibo Access Kit, which is a magical talking table lamp. You place anything under that lamp, and it reads it out to you in any language you want. Supported by Kibo 360, which supports both hard copy and soft copy documents. You might think, like some of you might think, Google Docs or Google Translate could also support in that. Here's a test PDF. While Google Translate does not translate scanned documents, Google Docs would retain them as images. Kibo would make them completely accessible for everyone. Our competitive advantage is spread across the support for 60 global languages, supporting communities across the globe, especially the unserved and underserved languages, support for handwriting, which is testified by our visually impaired professors who are now using Kibo to assess the handwritten answer sheets of their students independently. Support for audiotization, so Dipali and people like her no longer have to wait for 30 days, it takes less than 30 minutes. And support for translation, bridging language gap for everyone. This seamless experience across mobile and web.
So let me show you how Kibo works. So you place the document on the soft mat, go to the website, simply capture the document, process it, you get the text output, and there you go.
Hello, I am Kibo. I am happy to meet you today.
Not only that, if you want to translate it and listen to it in any other language, Portuguese in this case.
Olá, eu sou Kibo. Estou feliz em conhecê-lo hoje.
And we have thousands of people who absolutely love Kibo in the way it's empowering their lives, and these are just a few of them.
Kibo is actually not only just helping us to read and read, but actually giving us choice.
So, in my case, this is very essential to work in office.
मैंने देखा था हैंड राइटिंग के पेपर्स को स्कैन करके, तो वाकई में पढ़ रहा था.
It gave me the freedom to study privately and achieve more.
Thank you, Kibo. Thank you, guys. So, launched in July 2019. Launched in July 2019, Kibo has made more than 600 plus institutions like NOAA inclusive and has empowered more than 100,000 individuals across 25 countries. And we are also exporting to US, UK, Asia, Africa, Middle East, and hopefully now in Portugal as well. And I'm super happy to say that Kibo is also now at the Indian Parliament Library, setting an example of what truly inclusive institutions can and should be like. So this is a very super proud moment for us. Over this journey, we've been supported by many, many organizations, but the best was when Dipali called one day to say that, sir, I've cleared my second year BA exam thanks to the content made accessible on Kibo, and now I'm going to fill the form for my third year. And that is the empowerment that we strive for.
And with your support, our vision is to take Kibo to every school, every college, every university, and every office to ensure that no school, college, or university or office ever denies or discontinues education or employment just because an individual is capable, but the institution was not capable to address those needs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And to honor the work developed by Akshita and Boni, I'm now honored to call on stage Maria João Carioca, CFO of GALP and President of Nova School of Economics Council.